Hey y'all, Sheree here. I don't know if anyone's gonna join live, but if you are, say hi. I know many of you will be catching the replay, so I just wanted to record this video. Today I'm going to do a seed haul. I actually recorded part of the seed haul, and I can't remember. I think some of the footage was a little messed up and I did not re-record it. So I'm just going to share the seed haul here live. These were actually seeds that I got. What month was it? I think it was in May. I put up a video about National Pollinator Week, and I did an unboxing of the seeds that I got from Baker Creek Seeds. So that video went up, and basically some seed companies, they gave away free packets of seeds for Pollinator Week. And then I had another company that I love that did the same thing. And I didn't share that video yet. So I'm going to share those seeds here because I'm going to be starting many of them tomorrow and over the weekend. And then, as the title says, I'm also going to be starting some microgreens. So I'm here in Minnesota Zone 4. The channel is Gardening at Home with Sheree, if you're new here. And yeah, I have a really short grow season. And I'm reaching the point now where tomatoes are coming. Cherry tomatoes are coming. They're ripening. The big tomatoes are forming. And I need to have my leafy greens ready for my salads. The cucumbers are coming in really nicely. Some of the sweet peppers are starting to fruit. And so I want to have my leafy greens ready. And so I will be starting some lettuces to grow, like, full lettuces. I'm going to be starting some leafy green, um, like mesclun kind of mixes. But I love to also have microgreens. And normally I grow microgreens indoors. But this year, I want to have even more microgreens in my diet. They're just so nutrient dense. And I'm just trying to make sure, especially at this stage in my life, that I'm getting in enough of those leafy green um, vegetables. And so, yeah, so I'm going to share with you some of the unboxing is going to include some of the seeds that I reordered for microgreens. So I have some trays ready. Um, I'm going to use these new tray sets that for the first time. I've had these since this winter, but I never set them up. And because I want to do some kind of like small containers, especially for like some of the spicier microgreens, I don't need to grow a full tray. And then I have a few lettuce mixes that I'm going to be sewing like big flats of. And I'll do those later or tomorrow because I don't have a ton of time because I got to get dinner ready too. But just wanted to put this up because, again, I have a couple haul videos. I went live yesterday and did a harvest in the garden. And I'll try to link to some of these videos in the description box. But as I mentioned, it's like I just don't have a lot of time to go back and edit right now. And I'm trying to get in practice to go live and be kind of smoother with it, getting my technology sorted out because I'm going to be doing a lot of lives on my sewing channel. And so I'm just trying to get myself like back in uh, the mood and the spirit to do that. And so I'm going to use this garden channel as just my little practice. So yeah, let me get the seeds. I have this first packet here. Hang on. I did bring up this set of trays too, which I don't think I'm gonna start these today. These are the trays I think I'll start tomorrow. These are also new stainless steel ones. Um, so I'm excited to give these a try. Even so it has this little mesh. It's also stainless steel. And you can see here, there's little holes in there so the water can drain through. And that's the catch. I have the set of two. And so I have a nice deep tray for water. So I'm gonna we'll see if I have time to set those up. At some point, my husband and son are going to start grilling out here. So I might get a little noisy. So we'll see. We'll see how much time I have. Let me I'm gonna get the rest of these seeds. So first I'm gonna do the seed haul. Let's get my scissors close by. So first I'm gonna do the seed haul um that I got back in May for Pollinator Week. And so I ordered a bunch of seeds, some that I'm going to start now, like I said, and then some I'm going to be saving for my indoor garden. I grow an indoor garden every year here in the winter since 2020. Um, that's when I started gardening outside and inside here. And so some of the seeds are going to be for that. Then I also want to show you the free seeds that I got. Let's do a quick. I'm going to start that. Start that. Yep. All right. So a couple of those are pepper seeds that I'm not going to start those so far. So I got some. So this seed haul is from one of my favorite companies. I I probably have like 6 seed companies that I go to regularly for my seeds. Rare Seeds, of course, probably being the number one source, and then this company is the rest of them are all kind of tied. So this is from True Leaf Market, and they sell their own seeds, and then they sell also these. I don't know if they bought the company or if they're just selling their seeds on their site, but it's called Kitazawa seeds. I have a lot of their seeds, and so I got this is organic sacred basil. I got a pack of valerian. I got some caraway seeds, organic wild arugula. I really like the taste of wild arugula. I'm going to be starting that. I got some red Reuben basil, one of my favorite basil varieties. The purple ruffles basil, I like that one a lot too. I got some slow bulk cilantro. I was out of that. I have some of the regular cilantro, but right now in the heat, I'm going to be planting it in the shade. But I like the slow bulk variety. And then I have a lemon cilantro that also is a little bit slow bolter. So, because yeah, I kind of need my cilantro like when my peppers are coming, the cucumbers and the tomatoes. That's when I need my cilantro. And yeah, anyway, got some more cinnamon basil. That's a big basil for me. I use that. I grow that in a lot of different places in the garden. I needed some fresh bouquet dill. Got that. Just some plain parsley and some sweet fennel. And then I got a large pack of organic rainbow Swiss chard. I'm going to start these in one of the smaller containers that's microgreens. I got some garlic chives. I'm going to start those in one of the small trays as microgreens. Got a huge pack of plantain or plantain, the leafy green, not the fruit, obviously. And got a big pack of the French corn salad. Going to start that in one of the bigger trays. And then as my free gift, I got this huge packet. It's their beef friendly wildflower mix, 2 ounces of seeds. And this is what they sent for free as their gift for National Pollinator Week. Now it says here it has a diverse mix of 19 annual and perennial flowers, provides exquisite blooms while providing essential bee population with numerous blooms to feed on. And so I have some containers stationed in different places around the property that don't have any plants in them right now. And so I think I'm just going to sprinkle this wildflower seed mix in some of those and just see how they grow. And then next year, I'll dedicate some like patches throughout the perennial gardens to sow some of these seeds. I don't want to go too wild because I don't want to have like a lot of seeds blowing all over the place and popping up everywhere. I do kind of like them to stay contained, but I do have some areas in the back of the property and maybe even like outside of my fenced area where I know like a lot of bunnies and deer roam. I might sprinkle some of these out there as well. So we'll see. So that's my 3 pack of seeds. So I'm going to set that aside with these pepper seeds that are for fall. And then I have another box to open, which I had ordered before Pollinator Week. And this box should be my microgreens restock. I grow a lot of microgreens, as I said, during the cold months. And I was running low on some. And so, yeah, I have a big box here. I'm going to get open and share what is inside this box. Hi, Nicole. Yeah, I just did a seed haul. Um, but you'll have to rewind to see all these seeds here. But now I'm going to open another box. And I think, oh, this is more than I thought. I placed this order a while ago and I never opened the box because I knew it had a lot of microgreen seeds. I just wanted to stock up on them. But just like this first round of seeds, these are also from True Leaf Market. And oh, I got another little coupon there. I'm an affiliate with them. I never use my affiliate links. Terrible about remembering to do that. But this was a big order. Oh, let me see how many items are in here. Does it tell me? No. Well, we'll just go through them. So these are going to be microgreens. Um, and many of these, like I said, I'm going to start. I have one or two. Yeah, so 2 of each other. 2, 4, 6, 8. So I have 8 of these small ones, and I brought out 2 of these bigger ones. So yeah, I got to decide. I know for the bigger ones, I definitely want to do this French corn salad. And so we'll see. So let's just run through these. And so most of the microgreens that I grow, at least 70% are from True Leaf Market. So I got the red burgundy onions, got 1 ounce pack. I got a 1 ounce pack of carrot microgreens. I got a 1 ounce pack of Thai basil. Oh, I was just stocking up. Yeah, because a lot of this, as I said, is from my indoor winter garden. But I might sow some of these outside too. And again, for microgreens to start now, which is new to me because typically I don't grow microgreens outdoors in the summer, but I want them. And yeah, I could grow them indoors, but honestly, a part of me gardening is reducing my carbon footprint. So it doesn't make sense to me to be running my lights and and all this and running up electricity indoors when God's sun is outside. So I don't use any of that stuff during the summertime. I use outside. So I'm gonna grow these outside. I got a 1/4 ounce pack of Greek oregano. I got a 1 ounce pack of Bull's beets. Those might be for microgreens. These are definitely are. Yeah, I got a lot of these bigger packets to grow as microgreens. Tokyo long white bunching onion. My gosh. Oh, I can't share all these today. I didn't realize I ordered so much in this order. When did I order this? Oh yeah, I ordered this in February. I never opened it. Yeah, the winter time I usually go a little crazy because I've been missing gardening so much. Pink Swiss chard. I'm glad I found this box though, because some of these I'm going to start outside right now. Red garnet sprouting amaranth. And again, most of these are minimum 1 ounce packs. I got the Utah yellow sweet Spanish onion, Florence fennel, organic sweet basil. Got to keep that out. Winter giant spinach. Got to keep that out. Dark opal basil. Now, a lot of these I have not grown as microgreens, but again, in addition to growing them outdoors for the first time, I want to try these. So I did get the bigger packs because you need a lot of seeds to grow microgreens. So these are not for microgreens. Ooh, I didn't know oh, I'm so glad I see this. Organic black garbanzo beans. I got a 4 ounce pack. I'm going to put that aside because I need to start some beans in my greenhouse. I got this for microgreens. Mammoth red rock cabbage. I've grown mixes that have cabbage seeds in it, but I've never grown isolated varieties of cabbages as microgreens. So I'm excited to try that. Put that aside. Large leaf Italian basil. This is another one for microgreens. I got a 4 ounce pack of purple Vienna kohlrabi because again, I have it in a mix and I want to grow it by itself. I like to grow a lot of the herbs and the onions also as microgreens. The flavor is so intense. So I got a big pack of the dark green Italian flat leaf parsley. That's going to be for microgreens. Oh, this was a new, this is called parsley peas. Haven't grown that one before. I got a 4 ounce pack of the broadleaf Batavian endive. I grow this particular variety of endive as like a full plant and we love it. So I'm going to try that as microgreens. I've been wanting to try melon seeds as microgreens. I hear they're really yummy. I had a big pack of cantaloupe. I'm going to put that up there because I'm going to try that. And then I love fennel and leek microgreens. This is a 4 ounce pack of the large Armenian flag leeks. Delicious. Purple radish microgreens, 4 ounces. Organic lacinato kale for microgreens. And all of these, I mean, you can of course get the smaller packs. They have these as a separate section um, on the website, a microgreens section. Um, I don't know. I think they're the same seeds that they sell in the little pack. It's just in a big pack label. Some of these I bought under the microgreen tab, but they're not labeled as microgreens. It's just a big pack of seeds because you do need a lot of seeds for microgreens. I mean, you could buy um, a bunch of small packs, but that's not really cost effective. I mean, this is way cheaper. And I'm pretty sure I looked at the receipt because I was like, wow, that's a lot of seed. But they had a huge winter sale or I had a coupon because everything was 20% off. So that's probably why I went double ham on these. Um, the Long Island Improved Brussels sprouts, I'm going to try those as microgreens. red acre cabbage. Oh, this is going to be a fun one too. I got cauliflower. I saw somewhere somebody was growing cauliflower microgreens. And I looked back again at one of my mixes and it has, it doesn't say the variety, but it has cauliflower seeds in there. So I got that. Yellow Swiss chard and the jewel mix nasturtium. I grow the nasturtiums a lot in my garden if you've been watching me. And I have grown nasturtium microgreens before. Just a small, I had like a small pack of, they were labeled for microgreens. Um, I grew them one winter. Shared it in a video on my old channel. So I'm going to try those again for something very specific. So I got a 4-ounce pack of those. Got a 4-ounce pack of pak choi cabbage. And then we're getting into the big pack. Yeah. The rainbow mixed Swiss chard is one of my favorite microgreens to grow. And I also love the purple top white globe turnips. I love turnip leaves. So those are delicious. This is a cilantro microgreen, 4 ounces. Celery microgreens. I've never done celery microgreens before, so I'm very excited about this. I do grow, was that I feel like there was, yeah, that grows kind of similar. Some of you have probably grown that. They sell it at Baker Creek. I think it's called Chinese celery. And so it grows like, really skinny, like more like a basil or a parsley, and looks more like that. I think that's what this is going to be. So I think it's not like the thicker stem celery that we think of when we think of celery. It's a little bit more leafy. But this one was labeled specifically as microgreen. So I'm excited about that. And then I got this for sprouts. I got a pound bag of organic sprouting fava beans. I had one pack of these before. It didn't do that well. Um, but the little bit that grew was yummy. So I went on and got a big pack. I'm going to start these. I got a 1-pound pack of organic black chia seeds to grow as microgreens. These are supposed to be all of the microgreens in general, but they're supposed to be really nutrient dense for you. This is a pack of peas. Um, pea microgreens, that's one of the ones I grow probably the most outside of like just lettuces. I love the taste of those so much. Um, this is just a variety called a dun pea. This is the variety I grow the most, the speckled pea. You can use these for sprouts or to grow in soil as microgreen or in water as well. I grow most of mine in soil. Y'all know I'm a soil grower. I like my soil. I got organic buckwheat to grow buckwheat sprouts. And then my last bag is again one of my favorites. I love Swiss chard, and it's one of the easiest, fastest growing microgreens. So this keeps us eating greens through the winter. So this is the ruby red Swiss chard, which is so beautiful. So I am going to figure out what I'm going to start in that big one. I know that I want to do the French salad, the Swiss corn salad. And then, hmm, what else do I want to do as a big one? Well, let's do a big one I know they grow well, so it's kind of cheating. But I'm going to do peas because I want some peas right now. And I'm going to do that other variety that I haven't done before. Or do I want to do the fava beans though? So I have my two big ones. Let me get these other big ones put away. And then I have 8 that I can do a small. I have 5 up there already. So what else do I want to do? Let's try the cauliflower. So it's going to be a while before I can harvest my cauliflower. Let's do some leeks. Then I have to wait for my leeks. And let's try the cantaloupe. Yeah. And then I'll start some more. I have some other smaller trays. A lot of these, like if I'm not using, I use the big trays for things that I'm going to use as the base. And then I use these little trays, and you've seen, I have some videos I'll link to. I have some small, they're like 4x4 black trays. Um, and I do that because I want to grow them separately, but then I want to be able to mix them how I want them to. And then some things like your onions and your chives, I mean, you don't need a lot of those. And so because they're so pungent. And so one little 4x4 tray, that'll go over like 2 salads or something. And then I just restock them. So, but most of these need to get started because I can't remember if I mentioned that in the beginning, but some of these also I'm going to grow out in flats and then freeze dry them so that I also have that stocked. So that's part of why I got these bigger bags also. So I have them for my fresh eating throughout the winter. And then I do want to preserve some as well. Ooh, I really want the celery microgreens too. I want all of these. Let me see. Which ones am I really doing? I got my soil ready. Definitely want to do the cantaloupe. Definitely want to do the leeks. Do I want to do the Brussels sprouts? Definitely want to do the cauliflower. So if I did celery, that's 4. I want the endive. I need some parsley. I don't need that winter giant spinach. Oh, I had extra ones up there. I don't need those actually. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's do the pak choy. And then let's do, ooh. Should I do the yellow Swiss chard or should I do the plantain? Let me put that away. Oh, oh, let me see. Let me take this away. What does this say? Yes, Nicole, pea shoots are so delicious. They are so delicious. And you don't, I mean, they really taste just like peas, and you don't have to wait for your peas. I love them. Now, I'm also looking forward to harvesting my fall peas. Let's put that away. All right. I'm going to get some soil into these trays. And then I think my husband, I think they're going to come out here soon. And it might get a little bit too loud. It might get a little bit too loud if they're out here talking and grilling. So I'm going to work as much as I can until that happens. So I'm going to start with these big trays. And I have a video on the channel where I went through the whole process of setting up the microgreens. I'll link to that. Let me get my gloves on. I'm going to use my soil. That's the one thing where I was like, do I want to do my microgreens? Because I have soil bags inside that I keep dedicated for my microgreens. But I saw my soil went on sale locally, so I got some more bags for winter. But let me get my soil. So it comes all um dried and compressed, you know, and you gotta get it moist. Let me put it over here. So I've had it in this container getting moist. Sorry, my head's cut off, but I don't want to try to adjust that with my gloves on in this soil. But because the soil is so, um, you know, compressed and kind of dehydrated, which is great because then you don't have all the fungus gnat eggs and stuff in there waiting to explode in your house. You do need to kind of start your soil soaking for a bit because it'll look like it's moist, but it'll just be moist on the surface. And I never sow seeds in dry soil. I think that's a way to ask for low germination. So I'm just going to get this. Can I do this while I'm sitting down without making a mistake? There we go. So I'm just going to get this. Let's see. Ooh, I'm kind of scared to mess with that. That's a little bit better. Just getting that in there. Well, these are those double stacked trays, right? So the water's gonna, excess water is gonna drain out of the bottom. So I'm gonna just do one real quick, and then I gotta go. But like I said, I will link to that video. Or maybe I'll put it here at the end also. Link to it if you want to click and watch full video on setting up microgreens. Okay, so get that all pressed down. And I'm gonna drain the excess water out. And then this one is going to be for the peas. It's open. And I'm gonna just sprinkle. I do like to go in and make sure the surface is like really flat so that I can get good even contact with the seeds in the soil. I'll make a sprinkle. Pretty densely. Now, these packets usually come or on the website, it'll have like directions, usually like by the ounce, put a little bit more. I just have a feeling for like, how densely to spread them. That's worked well for me. And that's just what I do. You want to make sure that no seeds are like sitting on top of each other, though, because then you'll have a bunch of ungerminated seeds. So you do want to make sure all the seeds are coming in contact with the soil when you're growing them in soil. Now, if you're growing them in water, it's like a whole different kind of process you got to do, or in clay pebbles. I've done it all. I just I prefer the taste and the ease of growing. I feel like I have to watch them a little bit less when I just have them in soil. But it's just personal preference. Everybody has their preferred medium that they like to grow in. And like I said, ultimately, I do all the different ones at some point, but mostly I use soil. And I reuse my soil. And then, like, the end of the season, like this year, I just dumped all the soil that I used to grow microgreens and stuff indoors in. I just dumped it all and then put it in the bottom of some containers and mixed it in with some fresh soil for the outdoor garden. So these pea shoots should be ready in about 7 to 10 days if I were growing them indoors. We'll see how long they take growing outdoors. And I will share everything once I get them all set up and their progress. And like I said, since this is the first time I'm going to be growing microgreens outdoors, I probably have to, do a little bit of different, um, probably have to do a little bit different watering and things like that. I have a location uh, designated where I'm going to put them. And then I just want to see how much soil. These actually have lids, which is going to be nice for outdoors because I think they'll stay a little bit more moist. I'm going to use these for lots of things, but for right now, I'm going to use them for the microgreens. I might have to take my gloves off to get that, but I just want to see how much soil these take. And then for my lettuce, as I said in the beginning, I'm going to use full trays for those. I have some 1-inch depth, really shallow, so they will not take up. These are nice. Okay, let's put. I don't have a Oh, this is perfect because that's the one thing I don't want to use too much soil for because I'm going to be growing like 30 varieties of microgreens. This is great. So these are great for the small quantity things that I want to do. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'll set one of these up real quick. This is the first time I've used this set of trays. I was just growing microgreens like crazy this last winter. And so I did want different sizes. I like that I can use this tray for other things. But I was using my black 4x4 trays, which I needed them to start my onions. That's what I like to start my onions from seed in. And so these will be designated for my microgreens. And so one of the ones that I'm going to grow a smaller amount of is, let's find something fun. Let's start the cantaloupe microgreens. I'll start the cantaloupe microgreens real quick, and then I'm gonna have to go. And I gotta get my labels in. So many cantaloupe seeds. I'm trying to grow this cantaloupe outside as an actual cantaloupe. You see that? So again, I'm just covering the soil. And look, I mean, I have so many seeds left in there. So I'm just gonna use my finger to spread them. And I have some tools that I sometimes use inside, but this is fine. You don't want to, like, especially with small seeds, kind of, use your finger and then you cross contaminate your tray. So, I mean, who cares if you're eating it? But these big seeds, it's not going to be the case. And so, yeah. So this is going to be great that they have those covers, because that'll help keep them from drying out. And then I'll have the water in the bottom. And then theoretically, right, once these are growing, the roots are going to grow down and be sitting in water, but the soil won't be touching the water. And yeah, but I'll show you an update. We'll see how well these work for growing microgreens outside. Let me see if I can get this. Oh yeah. Let's put this together. This has a little humidity down there. It's nice. I'm gonna have to take my gloves off to do this. Let me just put this here for now. These are very easily identifiable as the cantaloupe. So I'm gonna leave that there. Close this up. And let's do the bok choy, next. I have a marker out here somewhere. Oh, I'm trying to put some more soil in here. That's the part that ends up taking the time, is getting the soil to rehydrate. All right. Try to get my marker. Let me get this label in here. And I'm going to wrap up. So we did the done pea. Look at the data on these. Because I want to see how long it takes for me to harvest these, growing them outside. We did the cantaloupe. And now we're going to do the pak choy cabbage microgreens. Pak. Those seeds are way smaller. And I think that'll be the last one I do because I need to get the rest of my soil situated. But I also gotta do my part of dinner. Just sauteing up some zucchini that I harvested yesterday. I went live and did a garden harvest yesterday, which was really fun to be live in the garden. And oops. Oh yeah, it's the bottom. Stand up and do this. And then I think what I'm gonna have to do is just get the rest of my stuff ready. Now that I've unboxed these microgreens and decided which, I think I'm gonna start maybe like 20, because these are gonna be, I'm gonna do 2 of the big trays. I'm gonna do like 2 or 3 salad mixes, because that'll be the base for my salads throughout this heat, because August is usually our hottest month. So while I am, as I said, going to be restarting some lettuces, I'm not going to start the amount, trying to eat like 2 salads a day. And I want the nutrition from the microgreens. I love my microgreen salads in the winter, and I want them for the summer. So this is all set. Packed down nicely. Let's pour out excess water. Then let's open up this pak choy microgreen pack. And you'll see these seeds are much smaller than both the pea and the cantaloupe. And they're dark, so they're going to be a little bit harder to see their distribution on this brown soil. So you want to be careful shaking those out. That's plenty. I'm just going to come in and press it, making sure those seeds are having nice contact with the soil. And that's it. Easy breezy. Get this closed up before I spill all the seeds. And I mean, from this one microgreen bag, this size, I mean, I could probably do like 10 of those. So wonderful. Yes, I find the more leafy greens that I'm eating, the better I feel. So we're gonna get that label in there. When I do my domes, we're gonna get the doma. And then I'm gonna cook dinner. Well, my part of dinner. I'm just in charge of vegetables today. I'm gonna cook up that delicious zucchini. And I'm going to set up, get the rest of my soil moistened. And then we'll see. I might come back out here after dinner and do some more, or I will do the rest tomorrow because I got a lot more to do. A lot more to do. So anyway, if you're coming in late, the seed hauls at the beginning of the video, we just sold some microgreens, and now it's time for me to go. So thank you for joining, and I'll see you, who knows, maybe tomorrow. Bye.